Hello. If you're paying attention to online discourse about MacBooks, you might often hear that those who are fans of Apple Silicon MacBooks tell you that Apple Silicon MacBooks are superior to Intel MacBooks because they run so much cooler, thanks to the efficiency of their ARM processor. But I don't think that's true, so I thought that the best way to prove it would be to run my own Intel MacBook without any active cooling whatsoever and see what happens. This is the machine that we'll be doing on, but it requires a little bit of explanation. I first bought it as a MacBook Pro 8.2, and if you're unaware, that's a 2011 MacBook Pro. And all of those computers, no matter what, they all have a dying graphics chip, which is bound to stop the computer from working in one way or another. But I didn't know that when I bought it, so thankfully I found a repair shop that offers to replace the logic boards of 8.2 MacBooks with the logic boards of 9.1 MacBooks. And the 9.1 is of course, the 2012 Unibody Pro. And so that gave my machine a second life. And this is the one that we're going to be experiencing on today. So we're going to begin by removing the bottom cover.
The shadow coming and the world lights up on the final day. We will all be poor, having had a say.
Alright, we've now got in access to the guts of the machine. If you've never seen a MacBook open before from around 2011 to 2012, this is what it looks like. You've got your logic board right here, which is where all of the computing is actually done. You've got your battery over here. Depending on the age, it really depends on the age how much you can get out of it. This is your storage. Obviously mine came with a hard drive, but I put an SSD in it. And this is your optical drive. And up there is, I believe, your wireless antennas. So, let's get down to business and unplug these fans. I've never really done this before, so just, How would I, go about this? You might be thinking, if this is my MacBook that I actually use, why am I trying to do something that I have no idea how it should be done with my fingers? But, you know, it's for the cause, so I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm gonna have to look this up. It is useful to twist the spudger axially from beneath the fan cable wires to release the connector. A spudger. What's a spudger? I've got a screwdriver, a flathead. Surely that's more or less the same thing. Oh, there we go. Alright, now we'll do the other one. Alright, done. So now that the fans are disconnected, we'll just pop the bottom plate back on and see how it runs. I'm sure it'll do just fine. Like so. Flip it over. And let's start it up. See, that sound alone is like the reason that I use a Mac. It's just the best thing ever. That noise, if you're wondering, is the optical drive. It's not the fans, but we'll see what happens. Right.
Welcome to Macintosh.
Thank you. Now let's open up Mac's fan control and see how well it runs. I don't know if you can see that, but according to the computer, the fans are running. That wasn't the desired outcome, so we'll just have a look, see what's going on under there. They're not running. So I don't know who told the computer they are running. Probably not very good for diagnostics, but anyway, it's, you know, it was a couple of years ago. So they're not running, and the CPU is also running at 50 degrees. So how good is this? You know, there's no active cooling other than the heat pipes, and we're not even running at 50 degrees. This is just fantastic. Maybe we'll open up some software. See, what have I got? Google Earth, that'll get the GPU moving. Just a bit. That little bit of jitter that you saw, that's because it was switching to the other GPU, not because it's laggy. So, just get some rendering done there. We'll go on the internet. Maybe, we'll run a couple of things. Online benchmark. Let's see what happens. 60 degrees. It's alright. You know, those Apple Silicon fanboys, they'll tell that 60 degrees is really, really hot, but it just isn't. Google Earth is going fine. This is just running. It's doing something. We'll run some other software in the meantime. What have we got? Dreamweaver. Some Adobe software. They love to use their Adobe software, so we'll see how that goes. 73 degrees. It's alright. Could be cooler. You'd want to, you know, stay below 70. 80. So yeah, you've got your web browser open, Google Earth, Dreamweaver, and you know, what am I looking at?
It's 9:45.
Thank you. I don't know what I'm looking at. Keep screen alive. I think it looks alive to me. Dreamweaver's going along just fine. Why don't we play some 4K video on YouTube? That'll 92 degrees. I don't know if you can see that, but it is starting to get a little bit warm. And well, there's no other way to explain it, but it's thermal throttling. What that means is, if it gets too hot and it can't cool itself down, it'll start making the CPU run slow. I've got this other app here, which is supposed to tell you about that. 90 degrees. Yeah, it's getting toasty, but it's not too bad. No thanks. Just see what's going on over here. Look, it is getting quite toasty. If it goes, you know, into the mid, high 90s, then we might consider putting the fans back in. But it's all right. Let's see what happens if we click full blast. I don't know. Yeah, it's just staying at 1999. Okay, we might plug in the fans now just to give it a little bit of a breather. Now this is all perfectly safe to do if you're wondering. I'm not responsible if you break your own computer doing this. I'm a professional. Alright, that fan's now turned on. That one is as well. Pop our back cover back on. And now that the fans are in, we can see that they've already gone up quite high. They're at 4,000 before, but they're coming down now, and we're already at 80 around degrees. So, like I said, I really don't see any problem. You know, you wouldn't want your computer to really be, your laptop to be above 100 degrees. So, and that never happened. Now that I've put the fans in, it's going below 80. So I really don't see the problem with these Intel MacBooks. They run cooler than my fridge. So, yeah, Helsinki. We can even go to Finland with this computer. So, I don't know why you'd complain. I can put my hand under it. It's really it's no warmer than when I'd be using it in bed. So we're still running. The fans have gone back to 2,000, which is their base speed, and it's running at 80 degrees. So, and they didn't, when we put them back in, we didn't even reach the full blast, which, if you're wondering, sounds like this. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up, but they are a bit noisy at full blast, so we'll put that back down to the base speed. This thing hasn't even finished, and you know, it's just running so well. I've really got no issues with this computer, so we might try it. And that's it. I don't know what the max saw you can get on this is. I assume it's 500 because this is just such a fantastic machine. You can't get anything better. I've really got no problems with what's going on here. So